Alright, so we're working on this table here, and get my bearings set up where I left off at. So I got a piece of 3/8 plate I was going to put on here. My assumption was I was going to make a vise off the top of this. Of course, it looks like to me it's too tall. You know, because I'm already going to deal with the compressor that tall. So I'm going to run out of room here. So and I still need a little bit of room in here to put one of these in here. Not this one because it's aluminum, but a sprocket to go in here so I can run a gear off it. So yeah, I don't know if I was going to put that rotor on there, but that's even higher yet. So I showed that in the last video. It's even higher yet. I don't need all that surface. Except for it would be nice on those there, right? But it's not going to hold them on. Okay. It fills out the whole plate. But what's going to hold the thing on there? The weight, I guess the weight could hold it on there, but I have just a few big ones like that. And mainly little smaller ones like over there. So I don't know. I don't think I need 5 studs to hold it. So I'm gonna have to get some nuts for it. Thinking about if I get the hole on the center out so it sits down on this lip here. That'll give me enough room between this lip here and this for a sprocket. But I'm not going to need 5 bolts to hold this down. So I was thinking about 3, like 1, 2, 3. Why can't I use 2? Because 2 is uneven. So I'm going to pop 2 of these out, use 3 for a pivot point, 3 for a torque down spot, and cut that hole in the center out so it sits over this. Alright, that's what I'm going to do now. And yeah, let's knock 2 of these guys out. I got to drill the holes too, so. And I already have a template, which is that rotor, so I can use that for a template on this. So let me knock these out and then I'll bring it back, show you what I'm talking about. Alright, 2 studs are out. Now I'm going to try to figure out how I can get that hole, 3 bolts in that hole in the center of this. Because that's what I really need to do for the most part. It doesn't have to be perfect like a record player, but why not try your best to get it in the center. So I'm going to try to figure out where my center point is here and go from there. Alright, there's my center. If I was to measure this lip here. It's an 1/8 over 3.5. And an 1/8 over 2.5. What's that? An 1/8 over 2.5. Yeah. Need a center punch. Anybody got a center punch? Yeah. Since this guy cleaned this bench off, straightened it all up, can't find nothing here now. What I can do, and I'm not sure if I can do, because that's all a big piece of metal, would be to drill a hole in there, but I would have to use this guy. I'd have to use a center punch, and I don't know what a center punch is. What do we do? Just doing too many things here. That's why my bench is all a mess. I'm going back and forth between a few things. And I'm trying to do a video at the same time. I know I had one down here though. I know I did. I was thinking it's just like right along here somewhere. Bar stock in here and scrap in here and welding rod in here and the rod falls out, goes down on the ground, and yeah, all down there. Yep. Never had those days. Well, my days just run into months. Alright, well, I try to organize it a little bit, but it don't go nowhere. It doesn't seem to get enough. I just get organized, and then start working again, and she turns to a mess. Oh. I'll come back. We haven't got as far. We haven't got as far as this. Going on. Okay, so here's my turntable. Turns around. On each end of it. Bring it down here a little closer. On each end of them I have a plate here, a hole. A plate here in this end, and a hole. I want to put a bearing in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to find something. I'll run this through the center of it. So that's 5/8 rod. I'd like to get a heavier quartz here. I'd like to get a heavier quartz gear like out of these jacks. It's not long enough. It's not long enough. That's my problem. And then I can order over the internet. And wait for that. Well, I'm going to try this first. See how she's doing. With the rod. I think it's going to work because this is a bit smaller yet. Alright, so that's where I'm at. They put 2 holes in here. For the thread rod. And I got to center it in the bottom inch. This is 2 inches tall. And within the first bottom inch I got to get. Hole. Right. I could put a bronze bushing in there. It'd be a bronze bushing. Let's see. You get a bronze bushing. This is not 5/8, this is half. Well, actually it is 5/8. I think we put these bronze bushings on the blower. And then I could drill them into here. To the bottom of there. That'd probably work much better. Bronze bushing in there. Then I could put a little bit of oil on. Plus the other option would be getting some little bearing, like a lawnmower bearing kind of thing. But they don't have 4 bolts or whatever. That small, this small here. I'm thinking I'm going to have to get something like this. I don't see it over there. So I got a few of these, I thought. And you can drill a little set screw spot in there so it doesn't move around or anything. But again, that's only a quarter thick. Really, what do you call them? We got this 3/8 angle iron, and I don't think it's 3/8. You just grab something off the floor and say, "Here you go." Another question I have to think about is if I get those 2 up there, is if I put one of these